One more time, just like that. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. And exhale, tuck and round. We're going to take the knees a little bit wider. Bring your big toes to touch and sink down into a child's pose. Let the head be supported, but really reach the hands way out in front so you can lengthen your spine. Let your hips sit down onto your heels. Relax through the forehead and the back of the neck and shoulders. You can roll your head left to right. We're just lengthening the back here. Child's pose is a great pose to come into if you're ever feeling tightness in your back. Let's come on to hands and knees, and we're going to step your right foot forward up between your hands. So the right foot comes forward. Your hands can be on blocks if you have them handy. We're going to scoot your left knee way back. Right knee is right over your right ankle. Curling the left toes under, we're going to lift the left knee. So we're strengthening the legs here, the muscles in the thighs and around the hips. So just pause here for a moment. Relax the shoulders, pressing down into the floor with your feet. Nice low lunge here. We're going to let the left hand come down. We're going to switch the right hand to the inside of your front foot. We're going to drop the left knee, relax the left foot. Turn the right toes to 2 o'clock and roll to the pinky side of your right foot. You can sway left to right a little bit. This is getting deep into your right hip and your right hip flexor, which will really help with the back. You can come down onto forearms if you'd like to. Maybe your forearms come down onto a block. Relax the head and just breathe. So we're going to breathe deeply here and just be in the pose. Check in with your thoughts. See what you're feeling, how you're feeling, and where you're feeling. Take the time here to let go of any tightness or tension that you may be holding on to in that right hip. In the left hip flexor, relax the back. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, let's take the hands up. We're going to turn the right toes forward. Frame your front foot. Draw the hips back so that your right leg goes straighter, straightish. Toes can stay down or you can pull them up. Just feel the thigh lined up right out of your hip forward. Pausing here, take a deep breath in and a full breath out. We're going to pull your right foot back. You're going to take your left foot and place it next to the right, so you're hanging here in a forward bend. But now you're going to take your right ankle and cross it in front of the left ankle. So this is probably one of the best poses you can do for sciatic pain. So this is a cross-legged forward bend. You have your right ankle over your left ankle. You're hanging forward here. You can have your hands on blocks. They can be on the floor. You can hold on to opposite elbows. You can interlace your hands behind you and reach the knuckles up and back. So just see what feels good for you here. You're opening up the space around the sciatic nerve. You're opening up the IT bands, the outsides of the legs that connect from the low back to the hips to the feet. So whatever pose you're in here, you're breathing deeply. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. We're going to uncross the feet, step the right foot back, drop the knee, left foot back, drop the knee. You're in tabletop. Let's take 3 breaths together. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. Notice what you feel in the low back. Don't drop down too far if it feels like too much. Exhale, round the back. This should be a nice release. This makes a lot of space in the low back. Inhale, drop the belly, gently lift the chin. Exhale, tuck and round. One more time, just like that. Inhale and exhale. From here, we're going to step the left foot up between your hands. We're going to scoot the right knee back far and then curl the right toes under and lift the right knee. Strong legs here, so maybe just coming up onto your fingertips. Feel the strength around the thighs, around the hips and the knee. Your back thigh is strong. Spine is lengthened. Take a deep breath in. Feel nice and grounded down in the feet and legs. The right hand is going to come down to the floor. The right knee comes down. Left hand comes to the inside of your left foot. We'll turn the left toes out to 10 o'clock. Roll to the pinky side. Sway left to right here. Get nice and deep in the hips. Let that right hip flexor be drawn down to the mat. Not to the mat, towards the mat, because you don't want it touching the mat. You can come down onto forearms if you'd like. You don't have to. See what feels okay. Maybe you sway left to right. Try to relax the head and neck. So thinking about what you might be holding on to and what you can let go of. One thing I try to always remind myself is that I may not be able to control what's happening around me that seems to be creating a sense of being overwhelmed or being uncertain, but I can control how I respond to the things that are going on around me. That I have 100% control over. How I think about what's happening, how those thoughts create feelings, and how I deal with those feelings. What actions do I take to help process and ease into those feelings? And the action you're taking right now is perfect. Your yoga practice. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, you're going to come on back up. Let that left leg go straight or straightish. You don't have to straighten, but just feel the hips pull back, a nice stretch in the low back. Toes can stay down or you can peel them back. And then we're just going to pull the left foot back so you feel stable on that foot, and then put the right foot next to the left just so you can come more stable on your feet, and then you're going to cross your left ankle in front of the right ankle. Let the head hang down. You can hold on to opposite elbows. You can rest your hands on your low back. You can interlace your hands, reach them up and back. Whatever you'd like to do here. Think about spreading the low back from left to right and then melting forward. So you've opened up, you've created a lot of space around the sciatic nerve, around the bones in the back. Soft, easy neck. deep breath in. And then as you exhale, we're going to uncross the feet and then slowly make your way up to stand. So take your time to come up. I realize my head is cut off, but I'm not going to stay standing very long. I'm just going to turn to the side. We're going to take our feet wide. So the feet are going wide. Outsides of the feet are parallel to the floor. Hands are going to come onto the thighs, and you're just going to hinge down and let your hands reach either to the floor. You can have blocks here, maybe a step stool. You can grab a chair, whatever you need to have your hands settled on something. And we're just going to do a little bit of a moving practice here. So we're going to move with your breath. We're going to keep the mind quiet, our thoughts calm, as we just focus on moving the body with the breath. The left hand is going to start down on the floor. You're going to inhale your right hand up as you twist a little bit to the right, and then exhale, the right hand comes down. Inhale, the left hand comes up, twisting a little bit to the left. Exhale, come down. So we're just going to continue that with your breath. Your inhale is up, exhale, down. Nice and soft. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Just continue this on your own. You can even say to yourself, inhale, exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. So we're going to take one more each side. Take a moment here. You can either stay right here and just hang, or keeping your hips and legs where they are, you can walk your hands forward and come into a wide-legged downward dog. So your head is hanging down, ears are by your upper arms, you're pushing the floor away from you so that your hips are moving back, opening up your whole spine, especially the low back, because the legs are open, creating a little bit more space left to right, as well as top to bottom. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, we're going to walk the hands back. We're going to walk the feet back. And then we're going to slowly come down, one knee and then the other. Come down onto one hip, send the legs around to the front, and slowly make your way back down onto your back. Hug the knees into the chest so that your low back is on the floor. So you want to pull the knees in, so you're lifting up the low back, and then let the low back come down. And then we'll take the feet down to the floor. So keeping the low back pressing down into the floor, you want to feel like you don't want to create any space there. So you don't want your back to be arched. You want to keep the low back pressed down. Hands are going to come down by your side. So keeping that engagement, keeping that little bit of a pelvic tilt here to keep your back strong. We're just going to move the hips with your breath, keeping the hands down for support. You're going to inhale, lift. You're not going to go as high as if your back was arched. So notice the difference if you want to look at me for a second. When I lift with my back and my pelvis neutral, I don't lift that high. I can't get up any higher. I'm drawing my belly in. If I arch the back, then I can come way up. But I don't want to arch the back here. I want to keep my belly button and tops of the hips pulling towards the bottom of my rib cage. So your low back is down, pelvis is kind of tilted towards you, And then you're going to lift. Notice you don't lift very high. That's okay. That's what we want. We're lengthening the low back, strengthening the tops of the thighs, as well as opening the hip flexors. Exhale, lower. So a couple breaths like that. Inhale, lift, not high. You're tucking your pelvis forward. Exhale, lower. You want to lower down, letting the whole low back touch the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Let's do 3 more, just like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Keeping your low back down. Pull your belly in. You want to press the whole back down to the floor as you pull the legs in. The legs are going to go wide. Happy baby. Keeping your low back pressed down. So take your tailbone and push it down to the floor. So there's no space between your back and the floor. Maybe pull your toes back towards the wall behind your head a little bit. Knees come down towards either side of your torso. So it's easy to kind of have your back lifted, but we want to press it down here. So it's a little bit more active in restoring the back. You can roll the head left to right, relaxing through the neck and shoulders. Take one more full breath in. And then as you exhale, let's slowly release the feet down. If you are able to support your legs with something, take either a bolster or a couch cushion or a pillow. See if you can place it underneath your knees. This is really good support for your low back. Let's find Shavasana. Relaxing through the face, relaxing through the neck and shoulders, and just let the belly and chest rise and fall as you breathe. Completely relax the back and the hips, letting any natural curve that's in the spine just be. Check in. See if you can set an intention for how you would like your day to go, the rest of your day today. Maybe some ideas about what you would like to do, how you would like to feel, and what you'd like to think about. Sometimes even just thinking about something positive creates a feeling of happiness or joy or just comfortable relaxation. And then maybe the action you take is taking a walk, making an iced tea, just something that will help you feel good. So your thoughts direct your feelings and your feelings direct your actions. So trying to keep them all in line and positive if you can. some small movements back into the body, the hands and feet, head and neck. If you would prefer to stay in Shavasana, please feel free. If you would like to transition out, take your time, moving the body slowly and gently to come up to a comfortable seat. And then once seated, you can bring the palms together in front of your heart center to honor your practice and honor each other. Namaste.